Hi, this is Lee Harrington on the Usher team, and we're going to discuss how to set up a WordPress app on the 101.com domain we created in the previous video. So we have our learnusher.com. As you can see, it's out on the web. I put up a very simple default template. This is not the point of the homepage here. But to manage your site and to get to where we can update a WordPress blog, so we have 101.com/login. That's how you get to your control panel. So you would put your customer ID and the password. The password you created when you set up your 101 account, the customer ID would have been emailed to you. You get two emails, one that acknowledges that you've set an account and one that tells you your customer name. You want to wait a good hour or two before even trying anything else. I think it took like 6 or 8 hours for my Learn Usher page to become visible. At first, it was just blank because I hadn't put a home page on it. Um, if you go in your control panel, you can, we're going to go talk about the WordPress here, but I clicked on the website builder. We're not going to cover that in this video, but that's how I put up that very simple default home page. So we've logged into 101.com's dashboard or control panel, and now we're going to, with the one click, install WordPress. And it's this ability to install it so simply, and the fact that 101.com is running a $1 a month promotional deal that we chose 101. So you could choose any hosting company on the internet. Almost all of them these days would have the ability to install these open source apps that don't cost you anything. We're going to install WordPress. The reason we're doing this is that if you go to WordPress.com and set up a blog, you wouldn't have administrative privileges that you need in order to install or integrate Usher with WordPress. So this is all about setting up a default sample WordPress site that you can then demonstrate the ability, how quick and easy it is to integrate Usher for the login. So we're going to call it Learn Usher. Now this is very important. You have your administrator login. So you'll give it a name, or we're going to call it Usher Admin. You can call it anything you want. This is just the administrator's login to the WordPress. And by the way, you really want safe mode. These open source projects have a good and bad side. The good side is the code is free to use and free to modify. The bad news is that everyone has the code and people are constantly hacking at it. And so I'm going to leave the safe mode on, which would automatically install packages, because I'm not intending to be actively administrating this site. This is for, it's an example site. I'm going to click solve. I have a password. This is my password keeper I have on my computer. So as you can see, it is going through all the steps to create the database, install all the files necessary. All you ended up having to do is give it a name and create the admin account. And once we have it up, so we've created an admin account, but we're also going to need to create a user. It could be an admin user or a regular user, but it has to have the same email address as the administrator email that you created your Usher network with, or at least be an account that you've added to your Usher network, because the emails have to match up. That's how they cross between Usher and then WordPress. Okay, so when it's done loading, I went and clicked back on Control Panel. And you can go to the App Center to see your WordPress app that we installed. And here it is. Right now it's living at learnusher.apps. Why don't you click on it? And this is my default WordPress blog. And looks like I'd already logged in, so I'll tell you what, let me log out, because if you hadn't logged in already, you would have come up to this, and I think so remember me, and I don't want to save that password I already have. Okay, so you're logged in as administrator to your WordPress site, and the first thing you need to do is, you can change the appearance, pick a theme, but the important thing is I want to add a new user that corresponds to the user that I created for my Usher network, where I use my MicroStrategy email address. It doesn't like my password. Oh well, it's alright for now. And I'm going to make this person an administrator. This is my WordPress admin. Okay, so this is my Usher admin account that I set up to administrate the blog. This is my MicroStrategy account that I'm going to use to set up Usher with my WordPress. So to conclude, for right now, click on the home here. I'm going to visit my site. I have installed the WordPress blog. This is what it looks like, because I haven't done anything to it other than add one account. And it gave it this address. If you want to change that, you could go to the control panel. You could set up a subdomain, so like WordPress or blog.learnusher.com. So you would go to the domain center. And I would click on, I've already done this, so I would click on Learn Usher, go to add a domain and create a subdomain. And I did that, and I created wordpress.learnusher.com. I just did that right before starting this recording, so it hasn't gone live all the way across the internet yet, but it will. And when it does, I can come back to my control panel. Okay, let me just flip over here and go to the App Center. And go here to change my domain. And then I will put in the wordpress.learnusher.com. But you'd have to wait another 8 hours or a day before your domain is live and published on the internet before you can do that. So in the meantime, I have the the default domain it created when I created the account, and I can go here to the dashboard and went to my users, and I added a new one. The important thing is that that email is going to match up with the account I created in the MicroStrategy network.